Hey guys, welcome to the 18th episode of the I Am a Show Off Pod. These are going pretty quick. My name is Karina, Karina, and I am not the show off, but my company is, and that's Show Off Furniture. On today's episode, I continue the conversation with my friends Jessica and Henry. We talk about stress and work, not mixing tequila and beer, and a little bit of social media. Hope you enjoy.
And we sat by the door because Babe was like, "Don't go up to nobody's hotel room." I'm like, "I'm not. We're gonna sit in the lobby." And after all the interviews or whatever, they bring me in to the company, and it was like this boardroom of all Hispanic people. And in all the years I have been working, yeah, you work with diverse people, but just all Hispanic people and in Spanish.
I just, from knowing the stories that you've told about this place, I just can't wrap my mind around the fact that there is a company operating like this
That is allowed
on
to operate.
U.S. soil.
But it's still operating though, like it's still
Yeah.
thriving.
I think they feel like okay, like in New York when we had to go to the Colombian embassy because I'm first generation born here, so everyone was born in Colombia.
So
And-
do you have dual citizenship?
No, I was born. No, my mother does, but I don't.
You can have dual citizenship
Can I?
Yeah,
never
you
thought
can.
about it. Yeah.
because your mom.
Anyway, so I think they think it's like when you go into the Colombian embassy in New York, you walk in and it's Colombia law, like.
Right, because
It's like
you're
you're
walking
walking into- okay.
you're walking onto their soil, like
And
technically.
I feel
Yeah.
like this company thinks that. Like when you walk in through their doors, you're in the country that they're from. And you have to abide by their rules, legal or illegal. Sometimes, again, we are not bashing. I'm not bashing anyone. Don't come for me. My attorney says I'm fine. He does. But they
Oh, we're big. Oh,
attorneys.
she's big time. She has an attorney. I have to call my husband.
I thought you were the bougie one.
Right?
Hey, I'm gonna stop this. So I walked in and they want to know everything on my resume in Spanish.
Forget it.
What? I
But
was,
you speak
But
fluent
you speak
Spanish.
Spanish.
yes, I'm fluent, but logistics and Spanish, I didn't even know how to say the word logistic. I was like thinking
I have a hard
about
time
it.
in English.
Like the first 3 months that I was there, I would come home with my brain tired because it felt like I was relearning the language. And then there were certain words that every country has their own slang. And then
Yeah.
this particular country had slang and I didn't understand it. And it was all just very, the accents to me were all very Tony Montana. Like it was like if I would close my eyes, some of the men sounded like that.
I don't know who that is.
Scarface?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, keep going.
So maybe one time we need to do a pop culture.
Don't feel bad. I didn't see Scarface until I met Babe. I'm just happy that I got there. I met a lot of people that I needed to meet to get me where I am now.
Right. I think things happen in life. Like
Yeah.
you're put in certain situations and things that are meant for you to like do something with. Like you're there, but now you need to do the work. Like you need to figure out, okay, am I going to learn from this, the opportunity? Am I going to take advantage of this opportunity? Like, what am I going to do?
And
That's what I thought. Like after I was laid off, I was like, I learned a lot. How am I going to apply it?
That's true. And now Excel for me is life. Like I learned everything Excel at that other place.
At my place.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not in a spreadsheet, I don't know how to read it.
Even my whole life at home, everything is like on an Excel spreadsheet.
No, except for
Oh,
one
no.
person. No,
Before
one.
where
Yeah.
I am
Oh.
now? No.
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 But-
I don't even know how we worked over there.
Yeah. So we took a quick break because, well, we needed to. And we were talking about this place where it's like an embassy once you walk through the doors, but it was definitely, as Henry was saying, it's a stepping stone. I learned a lot. I met who I needed to meet to get me where I am now. And even though I bitched and complained probably all 3 years that I was there, that I
You
had
were
to.
there 3 years?
I was there 3 years.
She didn't bitch the first like.
No, she
I didn't bitch
3
to you
months.
guys maybe, but I was pissed. I was pissed because the first 3 months I wasn't even in my cubicle. I was in.
Oh yeah, you did bitch.
In the
No, I
warehouse.
remember.
Weren't you sharing a space with somebody?
I was in the warehouse doing training for 3 months.
That's right.
They didn't even tell me that I had to go into the warehouse and I showed up in heels
You know, when I was at my first job out of college, I was with Macy's. The program that they had when they were training their assistant buyers was you had to work 6 months in the retail stores before you even made it to the buying office if you were hired as a buyer.
Dang, that's rough. 6 months?
6 months.
Because you need, but at the same time, though, you need to have an understanding of the store, the dynamic.
That's true.
What goes into the store, like what are people, and especially if you're a buyer, what do customers want? What are they asking you for?
True.
What can they see on the floor? What's easy? What's accessible? What gets hidden? Because you know you're trying to make sure you're turning product, and you need to make sure that it's allocated properly. You need to make sure that it's visually available. I mean, you need to know all of that stuff. So that's why they throw you out there, so that by the time you get to the back, you're very, very accustomed to the store, what the people at the store want. I mean, I learned that through the company I'm at now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's very similar to
The Macy's
what you're saying.
assistant buyer program, it was probably the best training I've ever had.
But you knew what it was before you went in there.
I knew because when I was in college, my last semester in college, we had to do an internship, and I chose Macy's because they had a headquarters close to home. So I interned my last semester during college. I was hired right away, so I just went from college right into their buying offices.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I knew what to expect going
that's
in because I was
different.
already an intern.
See, but that's different. I didn't know what on earth was going to happen. I didn't know that it was going to be 3 months of this madness, but at the same time, it was good because for whatever reason, everybody wanted to tell me their dirty secrets from the office, and they were pissed. And you get upstairs, everyone's like, oh, you know, these people have been here 20, 30 years. They're so happy. No, they're not. They're pissed, but they're afraid to leave because they don't think anything else is out there. They barely speak English. That's one. And I think that because they don't speak English, they're taken advantage of.
But I think that's also the location.
Yes. Like, people aren't happy, and it's like, I guess back to, can you have it all? Can you find a place that it's kind of, you enjoy working and going to every single day, even if it's stress and even if it's hectic, because everything is stressful and everything is hectic, and still come home and feel accomplished, I guess, in your two spaces? I don't know.
I don't think so. That's my answer. I don't think so. Because I think every job, there's always that honeymoon stage where you're like, oh, this is great. Oh, this is fabulous. Oh, I love it. Oh, I enjoy going to work. And then the honeymoon's over and you get down to the nitty gritty and you realize, oh, so it's almost like, is it stress you can tolerate? Is it stress you can deal with?
So do you think working stay-at-home moms like are so happy to have it all? I
No,
don't
they're
think so
stressed.
either.
No, I think
so
they
either.
No,
have
they're
different kind of
stressed.
stress.
Yeah.
I think I would jump in traffic.
I think it's
Same.
different stress because, you know, I think they have the whole mentality. They could have the mentality of what am I bringing, you know, to the table.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're cooking, they're cleaning, but they're also like, if you're stay-at-home mom, I mean,
Sometimes more work.
it is sometimes more work because you only have one income coming in, and it depends on like, okay, are you wealthy or are you a stay-at-home mom because daycare is just so expensive that it just makes more sense to just stay at home, but you're still, you know, you have one, your spouse is working and they're making enough to just, you know, put food on the table, pay the bills, do whatever. Then you're budgeting all your bills, you're budgeting your money, you're budgeting, that's a different type of stress too.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think that's why I don't think you can have it all, because when I was a full-time, you know, I'm still full-time working, but
Yeah.
I was always jealous of the moms I would see like pick up their kids in the
Same.
afternoon during car line. Like I would feel jealous and I would get angry. And then I'd feel like I was missing out. But then I thought about it. I have friends that are stay-at-home parents, and you know, they have their own stress that they deal with. Sometimes it's like, what am I contributing to the family? Like, is my husband giving me an allowance and this is all I have to spend? Because I'm like, oh heck no, you're not giving me an allowance. I make
No.
oh no, that doesn't work.
That's a whole different episode.
That does not work for me.
My
No,
sister
no,
is
no.
a stay-at-home dog mom.
Okay.
And I think there are days where, especially like today, when her kitchen remodel went sour, she's more stressed than I am. And and I feel like sometimes I have to remind her, like, this is what you signed up for. This is, you chose not to work. You
Okay.
chose to stay at home. You chose, she does do some freelance stuff on the side, but it's not many. It's not a
It's not constant.
40 to 60 hour
Yeah.
work week like some of us have. So I feel bad when I know she's having a rough day and she's crying because a handyman didn't do their job correctly.
So, okay, so maybe the problem is learning just to deal with stress.
I think it's just a different kind of stress.
Yeah.
Right? And it's her job at home is no more or less important than my job at the company
Exactly.
I'm at.
Exactly.
And it's just the way she and I know how to manage our own stress and the things that we find important to worry about versus the things we find important to not worry about.
So then how do you de-stress?
I drink alcohol.
She didn't even think about it. Not even a yoga.
I
like
get judged.
I didn't. I sometimes chain smoke. So.
God. Who are you?
My daughter will look at, and it is, again, we were just talking about this in the car, and she said, because my son's coming up on that, what's that when you turn the age on the day of your birthday?
Golden birthday.
Golden. So he's
I've
coming
never
up on
heard
his,
of that.
he's
What does that
coming,
mean? What does that mean?
It's
like,
where you turn, like, so my birthday is on the 17th.
Okay.
So when I turned 17, that was my golden birthday because the year.
Damn it, nobody told me. It's been like 30 years.
okay.
You
So,
can't have a golden
yeah,
birthday.
no, you're
I
done.
was just golden
None
girl.
of us can have a golden
Now
birthday.
you're just the golden girl.
40, damn
Who
it.
made coffee at 7:30 in the afternoon?
Oh, damn.
And I still call it afternoon.
Whatever.
So she was saying that, my son, it's his golden birthday this year or next year, because he's a January baby. And I said, oh, and then I feel bad because, we're still in this whole COVID pandemic. And, last year he really screwed it up for himself because he didn't behave. So he wasn't going to have a birthday party. And so this year I feel bad because I'm like, he's doing really good. But anyway, it is what it is. You deal with it. And then I said to her, I go, well, your golden birthday. And she's like, oh, that's not going to be for a while. I was like, no, you're going to be in your 20s. I'm like, you're going to be party hardy. And she's like, yeah, but I won't be drinking.
Oh, yes, you will.
And I was like,
That
oh.
fruit didn't fall far from the
Oh,
tree, did it?
wow.
I said, oh, okay. But no, I didn't start drinking until after I had my second child. In college, I didn't drink. I would like sometimes
I
go
do
by the
remember
car.
that because
I didn't
when we would
drink.
go out for happy hours. You would not.
I wasn't
You weren't
a-
a big drinker.
I
And I
wasn't a
remember
drinker.
there was a blue moon phase.
Yes.
That you had.
But that
Beer?
was only
Oh yeah. It was only blue moon.
because that was the first beer I ever had that I liked.
Oh, you
I
don't like beer.
I,
Okay.
I didn't like it. I just didn't have it. I didn't like the way it tasted again until I had my second child, and then it all went to crap. And then I had beer for the first time. It was heavenly, and then it was Blue Moon. And so, but now I have diversified the drinking I do.
What does that mean? So
And now
that's-
you just do.
And now I do all of it. I'll
all
do
the drink.
tequila. I learned never to mix tequila
My
and
God.
vodka on the same night. That
Wow.
was
That's a different episode.
That's a different episode.
We're going to call that one Dare. Like the school.
But I mean, I learned that in my late 30s.
Damn.
Yeah, I wasn't a big drinker. I was a good girl. I didn't, well, except for that one time. But
So now you're a bad woman?
I guess I'm just making up for it. Yeah, so I de-stress. I guess I'll try to read to help
Okay, that's
de-stress,
good.
but other than that, or I'll shop. Let me just tell you, this COVID
yeah.
pandemic, I need a new closet just for the shoes.
She's keeping.
Where are you going?
She's going to the kitchen.
I know we live in like the state of the wild, wild west where everything is open, But like, where are you really going? Oh, you're her new kitchen.
She's gonna probably put on some Balenciaga glasses, an
don't know.
Hermes bag,
That's
some
next
new
on my
Jimmy Choos,
list.
and walk into the kitchen and say, "Breakfast is ready." Like, I don't know. What's on your list?
That isn't
An
already.
Hermes bag, the over the shoulder.
Where
like,
does that fall in like the ranking of the other things you already
Don't say
told
the other
us
things.
were on the list?
Don't stay the restoration.
It's probably low on the
Family show.
totem pole because it's like, do I want a golf cart or do I want
Golf
a bag?
cart? You wouldn't even talk. We talked for an hour of your wants. Golf cart was not one of them.
Oh, it's up there.
Now it.
I want one too, though.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, as I was saying, but I'm saying that she kind of almost ties it into what she's doing now with her other company of, like what she's doing with her other company of like, she does a lot of charity work, her Just Be, like.
So then what does she
We're-
talk about on her podcast?
empowering, but it's kind of related because she talks to a variety of people, and it's about like polarizing people who will say, you know, whatever's on their mind, and it is what it is, but they're also entrepreneurs. They started their own company, and how to empower women, how to give women a voice too.
Well, I started getting the idea because one day I saw that I don't know if he's the owner or just a top guy, like a CEO at Lego, and he has a Lego podcast. And I
Oh,
was,
that's fun.
and that was like, it was interesting. And the actual podcast is about Legos, like toys and stuff. And the way that they do it is kind of fun. So I was like, maybe there's a way to tie things, and it's free advertising for me. And kind of just to share the journey, because people that have reached out have told me that they sit and listen to me ramble because they're going through it or they're thinking about going through it, and it kind of just makes them feel like they're not alone, and I guess in a way, like some other basket cases out there trying to figure this out. And I tell them about all the mistakes and all my meltdowns and all my madness with Babe, and like it helps some people. I know 3 people that since they started listening have started their own businesses.
That's awesome.
So I like that. I like that idea. But again, I don't want it to take its own life and just grow with it. And then my showoffurniture.com kind of loses it. And then that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point of starting this in the beginning.
But I think it's always going to have a tie to Show Off Furniture because you're Show Off Furniture. It's
Yeah.
you. Like, we're sitting here because we're working moms. We each have our own,
Yeah.
you know, stuff and it going on, but we always have a good laugh. Like the 3 of us, when we get together, we go out to dinner or whatnot when we used to be able to. Literally, we would just laugh. Like, I don't laugh this much ever.
Don't talk about what happens when you I had said on the podcast, I don't know if it was the last podcast or 2 podcasts ago, that if anyone saw our chat, our group text chat, we'd probably be canceled.
There are times where I want to screenshot it and say this because it's so funny. Like, I will sit and laugh because
I'm gonna start another chat. Just Jessica and me.
because they're the only ones. They're one of the few that call me out. Like, because it takes a lot to offend me, but they'll be the first ones who are like, "What's wrong with you? What are you
Like
doing?"
no one else does that though. When you
But
act
no,
like,
I have
Did
friends
they
that
just
do
encourage
that.
the behavior?
No, I had one girlfriend call me out when I was buying, when we were buying our new house, and I was in another state for work, and I was in Seattle, and I came to like, it was like the mothership. It was,
Here we go.
it was
Here we go.
I'm
the
afraid.
Nordstrom flagship store. It was like the angels were singing. There were harps. It was
Don't most Nordstroms just have a piano?
Somewhere her husband was like, "Dear God, I feel something bad is gonna happen."
Poor Brad.
But we did say in the beginning, hashtag poor Brad. But
we
okay.
did.
Okay.
So okay. Oh, so
So you
so
went
anyway,
in-
so I walked in And of course, I see this pink Balenciaga, the one I've been eyeing for like ever. And of course, I see a YSL bag. So I was like, oh, I need the YSL. I need the pink. I did.
Need and want are very confusing to
For her.
Emily.
And so which one did you get?
Both.
I knew she was going to say that. I knew it.
Here we go.
So I call my girlfriend up and I'm like, oh my God, I just got the pink Balenciaga and I got the white, the YSL bag. And she's like, are you fucking stupid? And I was like, what? And she's like, you are buying a new house. They're going to look at your like credit cards and you're buying like this $3,000 bag and this $2,000 bag.
Yep.
She's like, return it now.
Did you?
I did.
Oh.
I returned one
Wow.
bag.
Hey,
Which one?
That sounds about
The
right.
pink Balenciaga. Have y'all seen me use it? No. And
I didn't even notice what bag you brought in.
it's just some regular one.
Just some regular Louis Vuitton.
I thought they say a regular Louis, you know, every day.
No,
But I
but
put the dog in or something.
Gucci.
It's fine.
Just my
Chanel.
Just my Friday
It's
Gucci. It's
fine.
fine.
no, I don't have any of that. But
You do, don't I?
I don't. But
She was just looking at Gucci sneakers for Christmas.
not for me, for my daughter.
She already has the Gucci. Do you have?
I don't have Gucci sneakers.
Oh.
No, she got the Gucci bag.
No, I don't have a Gucci bag.
Nothing Gucci?
Guys.
No.
The belt?
No. Oh no, I have the glasses.
See, here we go.
I have the glasses. But the point is, she called me out. She's like,
Okay.
are you stupid? Like, what are you thinking?
Good, because then she saved you.
So I was like, oh, I gotta go return it. So I went and
Did
I
that hurt
returned
your
it.
soul to return it?
It did hurt me because I really wanted that pink Balenciaga bag. Because, I mean, we work hard and the other problem is, like, you know, you look at influencers and you get influenced. I guess that's why they're called influencers.
And it's just so much fun to go.
But then I've seen how social media, I mean, Karina in and of itself, like her brand is basically through social media.
That's it.
Like
Yeah, 100%.
you plug it and how many brands have started. Like I've watched so much Netflix. I've wanted to reorganize my whole house because I watched a whole Netflix show and their company started off just from like literally social media.
Oh, did it? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wanted to reorganize my house. And then I'm watching another one about like they do interior design. And it's like all of these companies that you follow on like on the gram. And then now they have their own Netflix show.
Yeah, that's how they start. And this whole TikTok business is insane.
Oh no, we banned
I don't do
TikTok.
the
We
TikTok.
banned TikTok
It's
in my house.
amazing how it's really not hashtags. It's whatever music you pick.
Oh right.
Like I didn't even, I'm just, yeah.
I didn't know about Savage until my 10-year-old.
The brand?
Savage.
Huh?
The brand?
No, Savage. That Savage song.
Oh.
What is it
I'm
called?
WAP?
No.
I was like, I hope she's not listening.
No, my daughter has not listened to that. No, God, I hope not. No.
She probably
yeah,
has, you don't
Savage,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, and then like there's another
It's
song
like, nasty and ratchet
That's
and
like
bougie
by-
and I don't know, something like
yeah,
that.
but like I had no idea what that song was, and
And
she
she
was
learned
on
it from
TikTok.
TikTok.
She learned it from TikTok. She learned, and the only reason she knows who the Kardashians are is because like some famous TikToker is friends with them.
Oh.
And so I'm like, I have my guilty pleasures of like reality TV.
Yeah.
And
social
but, like,
media is kind of like that. Like it all,
exactly. So it all ties together. Like they plug all their stuff on.
Exactly.
On
But you know what?
TV.
Speaking of the Kardashians, now that they're not going to have their show, don't worry about what's going on in the background. Some mom stuff. It's fine. It's called life. We have special needs children. It's fine. Now that the Kardashians aren't going to have their show, what's going to happen to their brand? Do they keep being
They've
as,
got enough influence on
that's
social media that they don't need to. I don't think they need to. I mean, I think they utilize that platform as far as they took it because I used to enjoy watching them because I would laugh. And now it's like, I watch them just to watch, but
It's not as interesting.
it's not as interesting. They took it as far as they could take it, and you got to get off the train before it like derails.
I think they
You
were
got-
I
sick
feel
of it.
like that train derailed a long time.
Okay, but
Like I didn't start seeing it so recently, just once in the blue. But I don't. So
I mean, I followed it from the beginning because you know me. And then even Chrisley's. Oh, that's my favorite.
Oh, I like
show.
the Chrisleys. Oh, that's a good one.
Chrisley's know best.
I don't know. I guess I'm more into the
Scripted shows?
like murder mystery.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like 60 Minutes,
Oh
48 hours?
no! I mean, I just
Dateline.
No, like Netflix, The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh no, no, can't
The
do it.
Haunting of
I'm gonna have nightmares.
The
It's like the
Haunting of
haunting.
Bly Manor.
I've never
But
seen that.
I'm more of that type of.
You're not afraid that you don't look out your window and imagine somebody
Oh,
else?
I get afraid.
So
But
then
why
why do you
this
do
to
it?
yourself?
I don't know. I like it.
What's the matter with it? I'll be terrified of looking in the mirror thinking some maniac's gonna be behind me.
Oh no, I wouldn't be able to sleep. Like when I did the haunting of
Hill House.
no, it was or the exorcism of Emily Rose or something.
Nope, negative.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you, I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I was afraid that I would wake up at 3:00 in the morning. I was petrified. I don't play with that stuff. No, I stick to my reality TV, watching Todd Chrisley.
I love
act.
So we did start watching Emily in Paris.
Oh, that's a cute movie or show.
I made
It's not
it
a
through
movie.
2
Sure.
episodes, and I looked at John and I said, "There's not any murder
It's boring.
or serial killers in this show. I don't think I can do it." He watched the whole thing. He loved it,
Again, very cute, very cute. Just yeah.
and I couldn't. 2 episodes. I was
Like I don't mind like a drama, like a Mind Hunter or something like that, but like
No.
that's my limit. Like the world is scary enough.
We did start Away.
Isn't that the one with
Hilary Swank?
yes.
And she's the astronaut. So we thought it was a movie, and we were watching the first, what we now know as episode, because it's a series. And I cried the whole time. Like, it's so depressing. It's
I can't
so
do that either.
sad. I felt like I was watching This Is Us, like where I was just
Oh
like,
no, I stopped
sobbing
watching
through the
that
whole
like a
thing.
season ago. No.
And then all of a sudden it starts to get exciting where you think they're going on some space adventure, which is what I was imagining. I'm thinking this is going to be like, kind of like.
Yeah. Like when Matt Damon went to Mars.
Yes, like that one, right?
Yeah.
Or Aliens, or like something exciting.
Okay,
in
no,
space,
Aliens
right?
is not exciting.
And
no.
it's not. It's a super depressing story, and it starts getting really good, and then all of a sudden the screen goes to black, and I was like about ready to call Netflix and,
And that's
be like,
part of
"What
it.
the did you do to this movie? Like this
Yeah.
is how it ends." And then the next episode starts, and now it starts to become a space odyssey adventure.
I've never heard of any of these shows.
So
I have.
once you get past like crying in the first episode,
I
you're
know, I'm
good.
not
No, I can't.
I cry enough in my own life. I don't need to.
I know.
I told
I was like, I can't watch this. That's why I stopped watching This Is Us.
Oh,
I
God,
stopped
yes.
first episode, and then I haven't watched it since.
And then I
I
read an
couldn't do
article
it. I
about
don't
what
wanna be
happened to the
depressed.
mom, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I
Oh,
don't-
something happened to the mom. I just found out something happened to the dad.
Oh,
you're like
damn.
2 seasons.
I had to stop because I was so depressed.
Oh, I read an art. Do you watch it?
Yeah. No, I don't watch it. I told you I stopped watching
Oh.
after the first
Oh,
episode.
I'm sorry if somebody watched it. Spoiler,
Everybody
but I think
was
I'm
all
a season
over
behind. They said the mom has dementia.
Oh,
no.
that's rough.
No, I'm not watching that.
I can't
So I can
do
sit there
that.
and crying that she's forgetting her husband that died in the fire. I'm like,
So is the mom Mandy Moore?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I
don't
can't deal
understand.
with that. No.
that's life is the.
I used to watch Law and Order SVU.
Ooh, that's
I've been
good.
binging them recently.
But
all the Law and
I'm
Orders.
so far behind, and I really want to watch this season. I'm so far behind. I don't even know where we left off.
I know I didn't realize
Criminal
Anthony
Minds is
Anthony. Which one's the Criminal Minds?
Is it done though, or is it still going?
It might be done. It might have
Well, that's
been-
fine because I can binge. I just don't like to have to wait for the next season, like The Handmaid's Tale.
Nope, not watching
Where
it.
we're headed.
So,
Soon to be true life.
Mental no. Listen,
So-
watch the
Blinded.
Handmaiden. No, okay, don't send. If you send me hate mail, I'm sending it to them. I'm not even gonna read it.
so,
I don't need
so
that in my life.
I was like, when this past season ended, I was like, no, because it's COVID. No one's like, obviously they're not going back to work yet. I didn't know if they had already taped I don't know what season it is, 3 or 4. Who knows? I was left like,
You don't like left with a
I don't
cliffhanger?
like being like
End
cliffhangers.
of
I
part.
don't feel like sometimes a podcast does becomes its own like entity. So Bethany Frankel has just started her own podcast. And I know she's got Skinny Girl Brands, but she calls it like Just Be with Bethany. I'm not trying to plug.
Sorry for cutting it short, guys, but that's it for today. If you like what you've heard, join us on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day, where I finish the conversation with Jessica and Henry. Until then, thanks for listening, guys. I realize time is a precious commodity, and I appreciate you spending some on me. If you like what you've heard so far, please subscribe, tell your friends and family, and share. Also, don't forget to shop on the website, showoffurniture.com. Show off and then furniture. 3 F's, guys. It's a place where your personality meets your home. I'm also all over social media, and the handle is Show Off Furniture, just like the website, everywhere except for Twitter, where we're Show Off Furn. Show Off and then FURN, still 3 F's. Until next time, guys, may we all have peace of mind and be at peace in our hearts. Bye.